Emily Morgan woke to a silence that felt too perfect. Sunlight slipped through sheer white curtains, brushing against polished marble. Floors and expensive furniture chosen more for beauty than comfort. The bedroom was larger than most apartments, scented with clean linen, faint perfume, and something else, order. The kind of order only money could buy. Her ankle throbbed beneath fresh bandages. The pain was gentle now, controlled, but it carried a memory that refused to fade. Just hours earlier, she had been bleeding in the wild, gasping for breath beneath towering trees that did not care whether she lived or died. For a moment, she didn't know where she was. Then the forest rushed back, the hiss, the sudden fire in her leg, strong hands pressing down, steady and sure. A low voice cutting through panic. "Stay with me." Emily sat up sharply, breath quickening, fingers clutching the sheets as though they were roots holding her to the earth. Her eyes moved quickly around the room, marble floors, curated artwork, soft gold accents, tall windows overlooking fountains and trimmed gardens. And yet something about it all felt wrong. She swung her legs over the side of the bed and stood carefully. Outside, birds chirped in manicured trees. The city hummed in the distance, calm and indifferent. Life was continuing as if nothing had happened. Breakfast at the Morgan estate was always flawless. The dining table stretched, crystal glasses catching the light, food arranged with deliberate care. Silence sat between plates, curated as carefully as the meal itself. Emily walked in, wearing an oversized hoodie, her hair pulled into a simple ponytail. Across the table sat her mother, elegant, composed, dressed in a silk robe that shimmered softly. Her sharp eyes studied Emily like a damaged investment. Beside her sat Talia, Emily's elder sister, relaxed and confident, scrolling through her phone. Her presence brought warmth into the room, a contrast to their mother's controlled grace. "You look thin," her mother said. "Getting lost in a forest isn't an excuse to let yourself go." Emily lowered herself into a chair. "I wasn't on vacation, Mom." Talia looked up with a smirk. She survived. That should count for something. Their mother reached across the table, fingers brushing Emily's hand as if checking for cracks. "And the man who found you?" Emily hesitated. "Just for a second," Talia noticed. "He wasn't a man I know," Emily said finally. "He lives out there," her mother replied. "People don't live out there." Emily said nothing. Instead, her mind filled with the image of leather straps across a broad chest, a handmade bow resting easily on a shoulder, eyes that watched the forest as if it were part of him. He survives out there, she thought. University life swallowed Emily quickly. Glass buildings reflected the sky. Students laughed, dressed in bright colors, moving with careless confidence. Emily walked among them in clean sneakers and fitted clothes, looking like she belonged. But something inside her had shifted. She sat through lectures without hearing the words. She stared at screens without seeing numbers. Her thoughts wandered constantly back to the forest, back to a man whom she barely knew. Her eyes kept drifting to a poster on the wall. Forest Rescue Volunteers. She didn't realize she was staring until someone brushed past her. That evening, in a quiet parking garage where footsteps echoed against concrete, Talia finally asked the question Emily had been avoiding. "You didn't stop talking in your sleep," Talia said gently. Emily froze. "You said," Talia continued, "don't leave me again." Emily swallowed. "I don't even know when I was saying that." "That was all it took." Talia smiled, not playfully this time, but with purpose. Talia asked, "Then you want to find him?" Jack Woods had never felt this way before. The forest had always been enough. Silence, survival, purpose. But now, even as he moved through familiar paths beneath silver sunlight, something followed him. A memory that refused to fade. Her face, her voice, the way her fear had softened into trust. He sat by his fire, turning a carved wooden pendant between his fingers, wolf and roots intertwined. Old symbols, old promises. "I didn't ask her name," he muttered, more frustrated than he expected. The thought unsettled him. Then the forest spoke again. A scream tore through the night. Jack moved instantly. A man burst through the trees, bleeding, terror written across his face. Behind him came a tiger, powerful, silent, deadly. Jack did not hesitate. His arrow flew true, then his sword. He killed the tiger. The forest fell silent. Jack helped the shaken man to his feet. "Who are you?" he asked. "What are you doing in this forest?" The man trembled. "I am the son of a businessman from a small community. Some men wanted my life. I ran into the forest to escape." "You're safe now," Jack said calmly. He gathered herbs from the bush and treated the man's wounds with practiced hands. Days passed. The men Emily had hired returned without success. They had not seen a hunter named Jack, but they brought news of a village outside the city preparing for a grand festival. All hunters from neighboring communities were invited. "Hopefully," they said, "the hunter you seek may attend." Hope flickered again. The man whose life Jack had saved invited him personally to the festival, promising a gift in gratitude. Jack followed him to the edge of the community, listened quietly and promised he would come. Then he returned to the forest. Emily's father summoned both daughters to the company headquarters. In a glass-walled boardroom, he introduced them to a powerful business partner and his son. Emily was presented carefully, deliberately, as if she were part of a negotiation. Talia stood politely. She was already engaged. Emily felt trapped. Her mind wasn't in the room. It was in the forest, with a man who saved lives and asked for nothing in return. The day of the festival arrived. Emily and Talia told only their mother they were attending a cultural event. Quietly they prepared an off-road SUV, 2 professional bodyguards, supplies. Emily stood in the parking lot, staring at the vehicle that would carry her back toward uncertainty. "You sure?" Talia asked. Emily nodded. "I can't sleep anymore. Not until I know he's real." They drove through neon-lit streets, onto the highway, away from comfort and control. The community greeted them with color and sound, drums, singing, dancing, joy spilling into the air. Emily's eyes searched desperately. She asked questions, described a man named Jack. Then a man stepped onto a raised platform and addressed the crowd. He spoke of a hunter who saved his son's life from the jaws of a tiger. As a reward, he announced, the hunter could choose a bride from among the most beautiful women of the community. Emily barely listened. Then the man raised his hand and said, "I present to you, Jack the Hunter." Emily turned, her breath caught. Jack." She looked at the line of women, then at him. She screams, "Jack," and fate stood still. What happened next? Did Jack choose among the girls? Did he see Emily? Please subscribe now to find out in the next episode.